Welcome to an exploration of The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan. This insightful book presents a refreshing perspective on the pursuit of happiness and success. It dares to challenge the conventional wisdom of chasing after external success as a pathway to happiness. Instead, it champions the idea of embracing happiness in the present moment, right here, right now. The Gap and the Gain urges us to take ownership of our happiness. It advises against the common trap of comparing ourselves to others, a practice that often leads to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Instead, it encourages us to shape a positive mindset, to focus on our progress, to celebrate our accomplishments, however small they may seem, and to reframe negative experiences into opportunities for growth and learning. As we dive deeper into this exploration, we'll uncover the practical strategies that Sullivan recommends for fostering personal growth and well-being. These strategies include defining our own success criteria, celebrating our daily wins, and transforming negative experiences into stepping stones towards our personal growth. We'll explore this concept further, along with the practical strategies that Sullivan recommends. So, what exactly does Sullivan mean by the gap and the gain? In his enlightening book, Sullivan introduces two contrasting concepts that govern our perception of success and happiness. Let's first delve into the gap. Imagine you're on a journey. You've mapped out your destination, your expectations are sky high, and you're raring to go. But as you progress, you find that reality doesn't quite match up with your expectations. The difference between where you expected to be and where you actually are, that's the gap. It's a chasm of dissatisfaction, a void of unhappiness. The more you focus on the gap, the wider it becomes, and the further you feel from your goal. But what if we told you there's another way to view your journey? This is where the gain comes in. The gain doesn't focus on the distant horizon or the lofty peaks you haven't yet reached. Instead, it looks back at the path you've already traveled. It's about recognizing the progress you've made, the milestones you've achieved, and the obstacles you've overcome. You see, the gain is all about appreciation and gratitude. It's about taking a moment to stand still, look back and say, "Look how far I've come." It's about understanding that progress, no matter how small, is still progress. This perspective breeds happiness and fulfillment. It fuels your journey with positivity and satisfaction rather than frustration and discontent. So which perspective do you choose? Do you fixate on the gap, allowing it to breed dissatisfaction and unhappiness? Or do you celebrate the gain, fostering a sense of achievement and fulfillment? Understanding this distinction is key to the philosophy of the book. A crucial part of avoiding the gap is to stop comparing ourselves to others. Let's delve into why this is so important. The human mind has a proclivity for comparisons. We often gauge our worth, success, and happiness by stacking up our lives against those of others. But this habit of comparison can be incredibly detrimental to our self-esteem and overall contentment. When we compare, we typically focus on what someone else has that we lack. This could be a material possession, a job, a relationship, or even a perceived level of happiness. This constant measuring up can lead to a feeling of inadequacy, a sense of dissatisfaction, and a longing for what we don't have. This is when we fall into the gap. But here's the catch. Comparisons are often based on unrealistic expectations and misconceptions. We tend to compare our behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. We see their achievements, their successes, but we don't see the struggles, the failures, the hard work that went into getting where they are. This skewed perception can leave us feeling perpetually behind, perpetually in the gap. So what can we do? The first step is to recognize this pattern of thinking and consciously decide to break away from it. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on our own journey, our own progress. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Every step forward, every bit of progress is a victory in itself. This shift in perspective allows us to appreciate the gain. It's about acknowledging our own growth, our own accomplishments. It's about understanding that everyone has their own pace, their own path, and that's okay. It's about realizing that our worth is not defined by someone else's life, but by our own journey and the progress we make along the way. By avoiding comparisons, we can start appreciating our own progress. Oregon, the gain. A positive mindset is another essential element in Sullivan's philosophy. It's like a compass guiding our attitudes, actions, and interpretations. It's not about perpetual cheeriness or avoiding negative emotions. Rather, it's about acknowledging our feelings and choosing to focus on growth, progress, and potential. Imagine you're walking through a dense forest. If you focus on the tangled underbrush, the journey can seem daunting. But if you shift your gaze upwards, towards the light filtering through the canopy, the journey becomes an adventure. That's the power of a positive mindset. It's about shifting our perspective from obstacles to opportunities. Appreciating our gains requires this shift in perspective. It's easy to overlook small victories when we're focused on the towering mountain ahead, but each step forward, no matter how small, is a gain. And when we celebrate these gains, we fuel our motivation to keep climbing. A positive mindset also helps us reframe negative experiences. Life is full of challenges, and setbacks are inevitable. But in every challenge lies an opportunity for growth. When we stumble, it's an opportunity to learn and improve. When we face adversity, it's an opportunity to build resilience. By reframing these experiences, we turn them into stepping stones on our path to success. However, shaping a positive mindset is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It involves conscious effort and practice. It's about cultivating habits that encourage positivity, like gratitude, mindfulness, and self-compassion. It's about surrounding ourselves with positive influences and detaching from negativity. In essence, a positive mindset is like a lens through which we view the world. It's the difference between seeing a glass half empty or half full. And when we choose to see the glass as half full, we open ourselves up to possibilities, progress, and positivity. With a positive mindset, we can turn any situation into a gain. So, let's commit to shaping our mindset, celebrating our gains, and turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Because with a positive mindset, every day is a step closer to our goals. Now, let's delve into the practical strategies suggested by Sullivan. To start with, defining our success criteria is crucial. It's about having a clear picture of what success means to us personally. This isn't about society's definition of success, or even our neighbor's definition, but our own. It could be having a fulfilling career, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, or even simply learning a new skill. The key is to identify what matters to us and set our goals around it. This gives us a clear direction and sets the stage for our journey of growth. Next up is celebrating daily wins. This might sound simple, but it's a powerful strategy. Every day we accomplish so many things, big or small, that contribute to our overall success. However, we often overlook these wins and focus more on what we didn't achieve. That's where we need to shift our perspective. Celebrating daily wins helps us acknowledge our progress, boosts our self-esteem, and motivates us to keep going. It's a reminder that we are moving forward, even if it's just one step at a time. Lastly, reframing negative experiences is a transformative strategy. Life isn't always smooth sailing, and we all face setbacks. However, these negative experiences are not roadblocks, but stepping stones towards growth. It's about changing our perspective from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in mindset allows us to extract valuable lessons from our setbacks and use them as fuel for our growth. Combining these strategies, defining success criteria, celebrating daily wins, and reframing negative experiences, can help us realize our gains and foster personal growth. It's not about achieving monumental success overnight, but about making consistent progress and appreciating the journey. By implementing these strategies, we can start experiencing more gains in our lives. To conclude, the gap and the gain presents a unique perspective on happiness and success. It turns our traditional understanding of these concepts on its head, urging us instead to focus on our own journey rather than comparing ourselves to others. The book introduces two profound concepts, the gap and the gain. The former represents the never-ending pursuit of external success, while the latter signifies taking pleasure in our current accomplishments. The book emphasizes the significance of avoiding comparisons with others. This not only prevents us from falling into the gap, but also allows us to appreciate our own gains. One of the core messages of the book is to foster a positive mindset. It encourages us to celebrate our daily wins, however small they may be, and to reframe negative experiences as opportunities for growth. The practical strategies suggested by Dan Sullivan, including defining success criteria and celebrating wins daily, provide a roadmap for personal growth and well-being. These strategies are not just theoretical concepts, but actionable steps that we can incorporate into our daily lives. Remember, happiness is not about chasing external success, but about appreciating our gains in the present moment.